Getting a BBL ruined my life.
Sometimes I regret my BBL.
I regret this BBL so much right now.
I regret my BBL.
Welcome back, everyone. Today on Wild World Footage, we're looking at women who regret getting a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift. And I have saved the craziest footage for the end, and let's just say it's a curveball. Let's watch.
Has there been any surgery that you regret?
The bum. I tried that BBL abroad where they take your own fat and put it in your bum. It was so painful.
Oh no.
And it just did not look right on me.
What country did you get it in?
Turkey. There are some good places in Turkey. I know girls recently who've had surgery in England and they're still going through not good stuff. I would never have surgery in England again. Ever, ever. I'd always have it abroad.
Holy God, this woman must really love getting surgeries done. And from the look of it, I doubt her BBL was the worst one.
I just figured out a way to describe the pain of a BBL, okay? You know when you hit yourself and then the next day you have like a bruise and then someone touches it or you touch it and it hurts? That's how it feels all over your body. And you know when you're cooking something or you're doing your hair and then you burn yourself really hot? That same feeling all over your body. The butt, it doesn't really hurt. Like it doesn't, I've never felt pain in my butt. It's really where I got lipo, which I did full 360, back, arms, stomach, sides, inner thighs. That's what hurts. Also, you guys let me know if you want story times of BBLs, stories that I have. Let me know.
No, I think we've heard enough. All that pain to get a BBL, which is one of the most unnatural and unattractive procedures a woman can do. On top of that, it's out of style.
Sometimes I regret my BBL, and don't get me wrong, I love a fat ass. I love a big fat ass that jiggles when it walks. I love it. But the trend is now skinny, itty mini tiny, okay? And I want to hop on that. I love an itty mini tiny queen. Like it just everything looks so classy and elegant. You know what I mean? So now, bitch, I'm running at the gym. I'm eating salads, and I look at my ass, and I'm just like, this shit is humongous.
Got your ass.
And like sometimes no one talks to you about like how embarrassing it is having a BBL, bitch, because you're walking around, and like your ass is fat. You know what I mean? So people are just like, whether they're like, what the f or what the f. You know what I mean? Like people are looking. Like you catch people looking all the time, and it's like embarrassing. So you just end up like, I don't know, just kind of embarrassed to have one. Which, okay, I still love it, and I'm still gonna be itty mini tiny with a fat ol' ass. But I'm just saying, like, just think twice. I'm just rambling, but just think twice if you want to get a BBL, because like, it's there, and it's like, unless you're getting it liposuctioned out, which I guess you can do, working it off is. It's a hard job, it is.
Most women will tell you that BBLs are out of style, so now you're down between $10,000 to $20,000 for a BBL that men don't even care about anymore.
People out here looking crazy and lean up.
I'm laughing at her with this 5-pound weight. What is she about to do with this?
These BBLs killing y'all.
That looks so unnatural.
Well, turn to your neighbor and say, these
Girls really think they look good with surgeries. Look at this f***ing transformer.
Oh my God.
Say hi to my mom.
And he's right, it doesn't look natural. You can tell from a mile away that her body should not look that way.
It was the worst thing I've ever gone through in my life. It took probably about 6 months to heal, 6 months to a year to heal. And I almost passed out because I had so much fluid leaking out of me. I woke up out of that surgery with the highest blood pressure I've ever had. My heart rate was in like the 200s. I remember looking at my doctor and asking him if I was going to die.
Daddy, chill.
Because it was so bad. My dad came to visit me a couple weeks after I had the surgery, and I tried to go eat dinner with him, and I just had fluid just pouring out of me to the point where I thought I was going to faint. It's really uncomfortable. It's not, it's actually a really scary surgery to have. You can actually die from having a BBL. And my high school weight was 140 pounds. I've always been like a thicker girl.
You sure about that?
And I appreciate you saying I'm skinny. Everybody's body holds weight differently. But I've always been like a thicker girl. And since having my BBL, it is so hard to keep weight off.
Could you imagine having a BBL surgery, then having all those complications, and then weeks later, you're still leaking fluids? Do you guys really think a BBL procedure is still worth it?
I regret this BBL so much right now. It hurts. Everything hurts. Standing hurts. Laying hurts. Kneeling hurts. Breathing hurts. Everything hurts so much. Oh my God, I can't do this. I actually don't think I'm going to be able to survive. I have 4 weeks and 6 days of this torture left. This is f***ed up. No one talks about how f***ed up this is. Why does no one talk about it? Why do I have never seen a TikTok of a girl getting a BBL and saying, this is horrific. This is horrific. Oh my God.
Because no one on social media is honest. $20,000 spent to be on your knees in pain for a BBL procedure has to be one of the worst investments a woman can make right now.
I thought a BBL was going to change my life. In my previous videos, there are comments circling around about the reasons why I regret my BBL. And one of the reasons why is because I thought that I was going to be making more money. Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Now, everybody has their speculations about why I said that. Now, in my mind, what I'm thinking is when I got it done, I thought that the opportunities... Hold on, let me just think about what I'm going to say because it's going to sound bad. Hold on. I am a service provider. Let's start there. I run a business. I'm always in the front street, whether I want to be or not, right? And I felt like I had to look a certain way in order for me to gain the clientele that I wanted, to gain, just make more sales, stuff like that.
What?
I also used to sell clothing. Now, when I was selling clothing, I wanted to make sure that when I was modeling these clothes, I looked how I wanted to look in them. So ultimately, I feel like people are trying to emphasize like, oh, why would you think that unless you're in nightlife or you thought a man was going to, scoop you up, baby? It's never been about a man, okay? And it's never been about nightlife. And I'm not opposed to it. But in my mind, I was thinking that, body looks correct, more money for me and my business. I think that's one of the main reasons why I felt like the BBL was going to change my life. Now, did it? I feel like it helped. I just struggle with consistency personally. So that's why, but I think it helped. I mean, I regret it for other reasons, but that specific one, I'm going to need y'all to stop speculating.
Does she really think her business would make more money if she had a bigger butt? Doesn't she know the only people who make money with their behinds are strippers and OF girls?
I don't know how to dance though. You got a boyfriend? Oh. I'm looking actually for a boyfriend. Oh, you are? But it's so difficult because men don't like big girls. I mean, you are like AI, you know what I'm saying? Like, men does like thick girls. Men does. But I haven't known anyone here in Panama that likes thick girls, so it's a problem. So nobody in Panama like you? No. Alright. Hard to believe, right? Right. Oh, hey, like, come on.
The real question I have is, would you date a woman who had a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift procedure done? Let me know down below.
I told you somebody was going to, and it's happened. About 6 months ago, I did a video on how unregulated the UK aesthetics industry is, where anybody can do anything they want and not be held accountable. And it was probably going to take somebody dying for things to change, and unfortunately, it's happened. A 33-year-old mother of 5 died after having a liquid BBL where they inject hundreds of mils of filler into the bum. And this is a guy who owns a clinic, and him and the practitioner who did the treatment both been arrested. But it's so sad that it takes somebody losing their life for the government to actually take action and regulate this industry, because it's badly needed. Rest in peace to this lady, and I'm sorry to her family out there. So sad.
We've seen so many examples of women talking about how dangerous BBL procedures are, yet you have so many women still doing them. Here you have a mother of 5 who lost her life because she wanted to get a BBL procedure done.
BBL regrets is asking for the natural look. Okay, now that I have my BBL, I'm like, damn, I honestly wanted, I think I did want to look operada. Like, I wanted somebody to look at me and be like, oh, ya está bien operada. That's what I wanted, now that I think of it. But long story short, I showed my doctor pictures, and this is your sign to be very specific to what you want. Like, Like very, I know some girls are like that. Me, I like booked my BBL like super last minute, like a week before. I just saw pictures of girls on like Instagram and be like, oh, I like how she looks. I like how she looks. And I didn't really tell him like, oh, I want my butt to be like this. I want this to be like this. I just showed him a picture and he's like, bet, let me get that done. And he basically just did it, you know? That's just how it worked. I remember the day of my surgery, he came in with like his I think assistant surgeon, and they marked me up and I showed him the pictures and he's like, that's not very natural. And I was like, okay, then maybe more natural than this. He tried to understand me, but he also, I think it was obvious I wasn't as prepared as I should have been. Honestly, I do like my results, like I'm good with them, but right now I am wearing a faja, keep that in mind. Like right now my butt is lifted because of the faja, my waist looks tiny because of the faja, but when I'm not wearing it, like I think I can really go out and about and people would be like, oh, she just goes to the gym probably, like, you know, like she just like fit, you know, which is fine, but I might want to book around too, you know, a little extra.
I think the only person that would say her BBL looks natural is Stevie Wonder's.
These BBLs killing y'all.
Talk about not looking natural. What the hell is that? Of course he's looking. It's like a car crash. You can't look away.
Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all.
Getting a BBL ruined my life. So I was a teenager in the 2010s when Instagram was new and like the it girls were Instagram models. And all these girls started getting BBLs. The bigger your ass was, the more successful you were gonna be. I saw Kylie Jenner do it and I was like, oh my god, I need that. And I grew up watching like Kim K's butt like triple in size every year. And I was like, I need to be her.
You got me.
All the men want her. The reason I'm not getting a boyfriend is because I don't have her butt. So when I got my money up in the 2020s, I spent $15,000 on a new ass. Not realizing it was about to be my downfall. BBLs were straight up a trend. My life completely fell apart after I got one.
You know I'm not happy.
First of all, I only fit in Fashion Nova. I could not fit in any nice, expensive clothes. Designer clothes, Aritzia, all the cute, clean girl clothes. They're meant for skinny girls. I could not get my butt into a pair of jeans for 2 years. I gained 30 pounds after my BBL. I was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Because when you get a BBL, you can't gain like stomach fat anymore. And I didn't even realize I was gaining weight because it was all going to my butt. And then I woke up one day morbidly obese. I think what made me realize was my face got so fat. But that's not even the worst part. The way men treated me was so horrifying. I only attracted the broke, drug addicted, abusive losers. I did not attract anyone who was boyfriend material at all.
What did she expect to happen? A proper gentleman to walk by and be like, whoa, that's a great behind. I'll have to introduce her to my mother and take her serious.
Because my body was so over-sexualized, you know what I'm saying? And I had homeless people catcalling me and chasing me around. I would not get respect when I would walk into like...
That right there is the reality of what women go through when they get a BBL done, a Brazilian butt lift. And with that being said, remember how I told you guys there's a curveball in the end? Watch this video closely. And let's see if you guys can figure out what I'm talking about.
I regret my BBL. I regret my BBL! I regret my BBL! But seriously, y'all, I regret my BBL, and I'm gonna tell you why. So BBL with 360 lipo was actually the first surgery that I had. And I had my BBL with Dr. Calvin John. Yes, that Dr. Calvin John. So the reason I had this surgery was because I felt like I was shaped like a door. And I don't mean a door Delano. I am talking about like a door that you open and close. Damn. It made me so dysphoric. So I balled out and I got a BBL with Dr. Calvin John. Initially out of surgery, I was ecstatic. Coming out of surgery and being curvy like I've never been before made me realize how much my body shape was really bothering me. But 2 years post-op, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I wish I had my old body. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. The Lipo 360 will BBL will change 3 things. It'll change your hips, your butt, and the curvature of your mid body. So like your tummy. So let's start with the hips. Honestly, I love the hips. Like, it added a curvature to me that I love from the front. I don't feel like a door anymore, and that's great. But if we're being real, if I would have just stayed on hormones for like 3 years and maybe worked out, I would have had the same result. Now, number 2, and the part that I hate, my butt.
Emotional damage. coming.
So Dr. Calvin Jung did this thing where he really scooped out my lower back. So it made the curvature from my lower back to my butt super dramatic. On top of the fat that he added to my butt, I swear I feel like I walk around and I look like the letter D. I feel so self-conscious like walking around the office. It's to a point where I got on Ozempic and I lost 20 pounds so that things would look not as dramatic. Still, to me, I think it looks ridiculous, and my thighs are so skinny supporting my butt. The thighs do not match the butt. I'll be 100 with you. The thighs will never match the butt. Okay, now my mid-body. So I have a large rib cage to start with. After getting lipo to try to take away some of the fat to give me a more hourglass figure, and then losing 20 pounds on top of that, it has made my rib cage look so wide. Awkward. Before surgery, everything honestly just looked proportional. Like, yeah, maybe I was shaped a little bit like a door, but my rib cage looked like it fit my body. Now my rib cage looks huge. The legs do not match the butt. I turn to the side, I look like the letter D. Like, I see the skinny girls with their little natural butts, and I even see pre-op pictures of myself, and I wish I had my body back. Like, I really wish I had my body. Like, being real, if I would have just sticked on hormones and worked out, I would have had my dream body. Do you really like want the 360, scooping out the butt, like doing all that? Or do you just want hips? Because if I'm being honest, looking back, I just wanted hips.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a man, aka a trans woman. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of women who regret getting their BBLs, the Brazilian butt lift procedure, done. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.